Hold on just 1 second. Is he in camera? Is he in camera? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right, you're on camera. You're good. Yeah, just. All right, so that is the Majora's Mask. That painted Majora's Mask, painted by Carrie Fry. It's a $30 buy-in during the Zelda block. And it was painted by the lovely Carrie Fry. Oh yeah, that's we also have our grand prize, which is a box collector's edition of Majora's Mask that was released in Europe and Australia. It's a pretty awesome prize. It has a box copy of Majora's Mask. It also has a t-shirt, a Majora's Mask themed wristwatch ending at 72 hours, and a certificate of authenticity saying that's copy 163 out of 1,000, and the Majora's Mask OST. When you see this on online auctions, it normally goes for over $1,000, and it's a $50 buy-in with up to 3 buy-ins at $150. You don't have to donate all at once to be eligible for this grand prize. Yeah, I'll do it. Are you gonna do that? Yeah. Oh no, I can.
Let him do what he wants.
What's that? For sure?
Is that working again?
Don't rely on it.
I'm the guy that built the NES PC. If they do the grand prize again, they're showing it. A lot of people have asked for pictures or videos of. See ya. Okay.
If you want, sure.
Do you want to announce it or should I just?
We're going to head over to commercial real quick. We'll be right back.
Okay, it's running 2 episodes. Okay, you're back.
Welcome back, everybody. This is AGDQ, Awesome Games Done Quick 2014, raising money for the Prevent Cancer Foundation. We have a $50 donation from Kodama, who says, I lost an uncle to cancer last year, and I hope we can prevent this terrible disease before it affects any more of the loved ones. Best of luck to the Zelda runners. We got a couple of $50 donations, actually. One from Jacob Eberhart. I lost my aunt a few years ago from pancreatic cancer, and what you guys are doing really brings me some joy. Keep on gaming, mates. $50 from Nina Kara Demir. Hi everyone, just wanted to thank you for this event. My wife has cancer, which is not curable, and we have to stop this terrible disease. This stream gives me a bit of joy, and I'm glad there is people who care. Thank you all. Another 50 from Michael Roch. First time watcher and really love what you guys are doing. I lost my dad to appendix cancer last January, and it has been a very rough year for me and my family. Keep up the good work, and happy gaming. We have a $20.69 donation from Mark Niemeyer. My mom is amazing and has beaten cancer 3 separate times. Let's get some swag going here. We're fighting the hell out of cancer. AGDQ hype! For those just tuning in, we are starting Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask, followed by The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. So I hope you guys are really excited for that. We have a couple of prizes coming up for this 3D Zelda block.
What's runner's choice?
You can win the very beautiful Majora's Mask you see on camera right now for just a $20 buy-in, as well as really cool paper craft, some posters, and a really nice Majora's Mask pendant set, actually.
It's a sacrifice that we have to make to get rid of cancer. To appease the cancer gods.
Yeah, what the hell?
Just let me know when you're ready to start.
All right, is my mic good? All right, we're good. Blah, blah. This one's going to be good.
Runnerguy.
That's not poo-poo, dude.
So what's the file name here?
1 second.
We don't need any more memes.
We all know it's going to be Ben. Actually, your file name is Marco.
Ooh.
M-A-R-C-O.
That's the French guy, right?
Yeah.
Won by a solid $800.
All right, so I'm ready. So. All right, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, first of all, thank you to everyone who donated for Marco and not Ben. And also, shout outs to Marco. He's a French Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask player, and he's really good. So, this is Majora's Mask, sequel to Ocarina of Time. and Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask are actually quite similar in the glitches that are done in both games. So there's quite a bit that's going to be done in this game that's also going to be done in Ocarina of Time after this. We will explain it in both, but just if you want to get a head start on knowing the stuff. So the first thing you notice is I'm using the Japanese version of this game. You are probably used to it after this many days in the marathon of people using Japanese version, but usually a lot of the times the reason Japanese version is used is for faster text. In this game, it's sort of faster text. The text is very marginally faster. It saves about 25 seconds over the entire run. The main reason the Japanese version is used is because of many version differences. The Japanese version was actually released 6 months before the English version, so there was quite a lot changed, and I think it saves about 4 minutes over the entire run. So I'll try to point out the main differences as the run goes on. So this is just the intro part where Link falls off his horse and Majora, or Skull Kid, wearing Majora's mask, comes to steal it. Nothing too much happens during this intro.
Well, good timing then, because we actually have a $200 donation from Draggold who says, finally, Majora's Mask. Thanks for the stream, especially everyone working behind the scenes. You make every stream epic. My mother died last year of cancer, so I'll happily support your cause. And another $50 donation from Anonymous, who says, it truly warms my heart to see how much good can come from an event like this. My best wishes, and bless you all.
I'm sorry.
Another $50 from Croxy, who says, my friend Spork has been diagnosed with leukemia and it has been a struggle. Go get him, ZFG. Another $50 donation from Wade Britz, who says, hey guys, this is my third AGDQ and they just keep getting better and better. Here's to many great marathons to come.
So I'm going to be backwalking here and throughout a lot of the game. Backwalking is a little bit faster than forward walking and rolling. Sometimes I'll kind of switch between both just because rolling allows you to change angles easier and you can see where you're going. But backwalking is going to be used quite a bit.
We have another $50 donation from Linksy, who says, hey everyone, my dad lost his leg to aggressive sarcoma cancer when he was very young. I lost both my grandfathers to cancer, and it was believed I actually had cancer as well. But unfortunately, it just turned out to be an extra growth. Love what you guys are doing. Keep up the good work. Best of luck to the Zelda speedrunners and AGDQ hype. We have a $10 donation from Chrono23 who says, this is for the coolest couch ever for Majora's Mask, which I say is a pretty good excuse to get a roll call going. ZFG.
Oh, was that a roll call? Oh, I'm ZFG.
I'm Pheenoh.
I am Runnerguy.
And I'm Indextic.
guys are doing this on purpose at this point.
I'm starting to think I should donate $1 for every time I hear ZFG cough during his runs.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I'm not a millionaire.
Okay, so now I'm at the first part where Skulker turns you into Deku. And you're stuck with being Deku until you get the Ocarina of Time back from Skullkid, which is going to be the main goal once I enter Clock Town. So Skullkid, or Deku, the fastest way to travel as Deku is just regular spinning around. Or, no, I think backwalking is the same speed. And Deku can also...
slightly faster.
Yeah, backwalking is slightly faster. And Deku can go in these flowers and fly.
We have a $50 donation from T Sonatas who says, "Hey guys, I've been waiting all week for this run. Let's hear your hype."
Hype! I think that last one was more like.
Okay, so coming up soon is the first real glitch of the run. At the top of Clock Tower, there's a cutscene with the Happy Mask salesman where he talks to you about getting back to Majora's Mask. I'm going to skip that cutscene by... There is something wrong with my controller, excuse me. Okay.
Reset.
By continuously pausing over and over.
So the cutscene has to be active for like more than one frame for it to actually trigger. So by advancing one single frame each time I'll pause the frame, we can skip the cutscene effectively.
Okay.
Nice.
So now that I'm at the Clock Town, the main thing I need to do right now is get the Ocarina back from Skullkid. And Skullkid is at the top of the Clock Tower. And the Clock Tower door only opens at midnight on the third day. And the only thing I really need to get back the Ocarina from him is magic. And I can get magic on night of the third day. So what I'm going to do right now is try to make it night of the third day as soon as possible, because all the time before that is just wasted time. So I'm going to go to East Clock Town. And in East Clock Town, there's the Stockpot Inn. And in the Stockpot Inn, there's an old lady who will tell you stories. One story lasts for 2 hours, and one story lasts for until the morning of the next day. So I'm going to listen to the story that takes until morning, so it'll advance a full day. I'm going to do that twice, so I can make it the third day.
Runnerguy, what would you like you got a lot of donations. What would you like them to do?
Is there an Ocarina of Time challenge, like the glitch viewing? Oh, that's been made. Then we'll go with kill the animals.
Okay, so now it's the third day, but it's still morning, and I want to make it night. So what I'm going to do is, in West Clock Town, there's a store called what's it called? The Trading Post, and there's a scarecrow in the Trading Post, and you can dance with him until night. So I'm going to go do that and make it night of the third day.
Just a reminder to those donating, we do have a couple of donation incentives coming up. one of which would be for the next round Ocarina of Time, choosing the final name for the race. The top two will be chosen, one for ZFG, one for Maltov. Currently in the lead at $1,450 is Robin DB, and second place, G Simpson with $637. So get your donations in if you want to boost one of those to the top or put in your own.
So now that it's night of the third day, the only thing I need to do is get magic, and to get magic I need to get this stray fairy in the air. And besides that, I just have to keep waiting until midnight. So I'm just going to do a lot of things that'll just kill time. And so you'll see me doing a lot of like random stuff that seems really slow, but it's not wasting any time. I'm just playing around. Except for this part right here. By backwalking to the side of that guard, you can get out to Clock Town early, or Terminal Field early. And what this does is, I'm going to go to North Clock Town. And normally if you enter North Clock Town from east or south Clock Town, then there's a long cutscene, about 10 seconds. And time doesn't pass during that cutscene. But the cutscene will not activate if I enter through Termina Field. So I leave East Clock Town through Termina Field, and then enter North Clock Town back from Termina Field to skip that cutscene, just because time wouldn't pass. Just more stuff to kill time here. So this fairy is going to give me magic. And interesting thing about magic to note is that in this game, if you have no magic bar and you try to use any item that uses magic except for Deku Bubbles, it will act as if you have infinite magic, not no magic. The only item the only thing that will actually not work if you don't have magic is Deku Bubbles, which is unfortunately what you need to get any other thing. So if there was any way to just knock out the Ocarina from Skull Kid's hands without the Deku Bubbles, you could actually skip magic completely and essentially have infinite magic for the entire game. But unfortunately, there's just one little thing stopping it.
The lens also needs a magic bar, but you never use it in
No,
90% run. What's coming up?
Super Metroid, Optic Sports Phone RTA race, a whole bunch of like name choices for different things.
Kill the animals.
No. I was trying to demonstrate a thing where if you grab the ledge and keep holding Z, you can't grab the heartbeats. And then I decided to play around too much.
That didn't save any time.
So I just have to keep waiting until midnight here. And normally the way you're supposed to get up here is you find the Bomber Kids. They're in, I think, North Clock Town. And you play a game with them, hide and seek. And they tell you the secret code to their hideout. You go through their hideout, you go to an observatory. You look through the telescope of the observatory. And no, I keep wasting time. You look through the telescope and you look at the moon, and the moon drops a moon sphere. And you give the moon sphere to a Deku Scrub in that flower over there, and then you use that flower to climb up here. But you could also just backflip up that ledge.
The specific trick that he did was called a gainer, where he kind of backflips in place. In Majora's Mask, when you do that, you can actually grab ledges that are slightly higher than you.
We just got a $500 donation from Jin, who unfortunately left no comment, but still, it's a very much appreciated donation. And an anonymous $200 donation It just says, I lost my grandfather to cancer a long time ago, so I really appreciate these kinds of events. And ZFG, good luck on the runs. By the way, I'm getting closer to sub 5. Better watch out.
So use the Deku Bubble to knock the Ocarina out of Skull Kid's hands. And when you get the Ocarina of Time, you also learn the Song of Time in this next cutscene. And the Song of Time is what will allow me to, well, after I play the Song of Time, I can meet the Happy Mask Salesman again, and he'll allow me to turn into human again.
Just a reminder, we are raising money for the Prevent Cancer Foundation, who is a nonprofit organization that aims to stop cancer through early prevention and detection. And even if we aren't reading all your donations, they are all getting processed. If you enter a minimum donation or cumulative amount of donations that enters you for a prize, you will automatically be entered. And any donation incentives you want to put them toward, they will go toward, whether or not they are or are not being read on stream.
I noticed that you guys have to wait until the end of the last day to get into the clock tower itself. Have you guys looked for ways to like clip through the door and possibly set off the cutscene early?
There is a way to get into the clock tower early, but it requires bomb hovering, which is a trick I'll be explaining very soon. And but it's not possible as Deku, and so if you're not Deku, it's very easy to get in. If you're Deku, it's not possible at all.
The
So
loading zone is always there, so
Yeah.
if you could get in there early, it would have just assumed you're on day
we
3
just need to find like some way to get over the door or get through the wall or something. All right, so here I'm gonna save and reset. So after you play the Song of Time for the first time, normally there's about a minute-long cutscene of just kind of flashbacks of the first cycle, and I don't want to watch that obviously. So just by resetting, because the game already saved, the game knows that I'm supposed to be at the second cycle now, so I can skip that entire cutscene and just go talk to Happy Mask Salesman, who I never actually met yet, but apparently he knows me.
We have a $250 donation from Major Brantham, who says, always look forward to this event every year. This is the first HDQ that's hitting close to home because I lost a good friend to testicular cancer last year. So to that I say, suck at cancer and game on, friends. Hopefully someday we'll have a song of healing just for cancer. We also have an anonymous $201 donation that just says, I love you, ZFG.
I love you too.
Once again, this is Awesome Games Done Quick 2014. It is hosted by Speed Demos Archive and SRL, two of the greatest communities for speed running in general. And just a quick reminder, we do have 2 different language restreams. Twitch.tv/MrMV for any French users who want to tune into a more native language, and Twitch.tv/EXE_DE, our German restream. So feel free to check them out and throw some money their way, and then, of course, to us. We have 2 $150 donations, one from DJ Friday, who says, "Keep up the great work, everyone. Kill the animals." And another from Pachi, who says, "My second donation. Blindfolded Super Punch-Out was amazing, and now my favorite Zelda game of all time. Keep up the awesome speedruns and fight the good fight against cancer."
Okay, so now that I'm finally Human Link again, this is where the run is gonna start picking up very soon. Because Deku Link is very restricted, can't use very many items. What I'm gonna do right now, after Tattle stops talking to me, is I'm gonna go to East Clock Town and grab 100 rupee chests, which I'm gonna use to buy bombs and bomb shoes, which are the 2 most important items in this run, and will be used constantly.
We have a $150 donation from Trance6, who says, "Can't wait to see Majora's Mask speedrun. It was my favorite childhood game that inspired me to get into game development, which in turn let me donate to this amazing event. Use this to prevent more people from meeting with a terrible fate."
So this is an owl statue. They allow you to, when you get the Song of Soaring a bit later on in the game, they allow you to warp between them. And that's actually another interesting English and Japanese version difference, is in Japanese, you are not able to save at owl statues as you are in the English version, which, as some of you might have noticed before the run started, I had 3 save files. And some of you might be thinking, wow, why does the Japanese version have 3 save files? I want 3 save files. Well, that's the reason, because Japanese didn't have owl saves and English does. So in the Japanese version, the only way you can save is Song of Time. No exceptions. Okay, so this is where the run really gets interesting. I'm going to do 3 glitches here really fast. The first is called the super slide. I'm going to drop a bomb, roll into it, try to grab it, shield, and when I come up from the roll, it's going to hit my shield, and I'm going to go backwards really fast. And the next glitch I'm going to do is called Infinite Sword Glitch. I'm going to stab a bomb and try to grab it in the middle of the stab. And my sword is now pretty much infinitely swinging. And when that happens, I'm able to do bomb hovering, which is what I just did. When you backflip or side hop and with Infinite Sword Glitch and your shield gets hit, it makes you stick in the air because you can't fall. That's actually something else I should mention. When you're swinging your sword in this game, you're unable to fall off ledges. And so what the Infinite Sword Glitch does is basically permanently make you not able to fall. And because of that, I'm able to do bomb hovering. And bomb hovering is going to be pretty much the most useful glitch in this run, since I can basically get to cross any gap or get to any height that I want. So normally the first area of the game you're supposed to go to after leaving Clocktown is the swamp, which is south of Clocktown. This is the ocean, which is east of Clocktown, which is supposed to be the 3rd area you're supposed to go to. So I'm going to be doing a lot of things out of order in this run.
We have a quick $100 donation from Tonix, who says, "Shoutouts to ZFG from Germany. Really looking forward to the chokes and coughs and the chokes due to coughs. Good luck, ZFG."
Thank you.
We have an interesting $100 donation from Alobis, who says, I work in an oncology ward and see daily the strain put on cancer sufferers and especially their families. On Tuesday, a good friend of mine, one of our patients, suffering from a very aggressive strain of lymphoma, died after a year-long battle with the disease. It means so much to me that everyone puts so much time and effort into the event, which furthers research so that we can hopefully cure this heartbreaking disease. You have our sympathies, Alobis.
So the song I got earlier, the Song of Healing, allows you to get a few masks from certain NPCs. And so by playing it for the Zora there, I'm going to get the Zora mask after this cutscene, which is going to be the only mask, the only other mask besides Deku mask I get through this run.
Special shout out to N.up, who plays the piano whenever these scenes play. He does a fantastic job, and unfortunately he couldn't be here for this event.
N.up is also the world record holder, so he's really good at this game.
We have a $100 donation from Metasigma, our dear friend. It's Metasigma. Great job so far to everyone at the marathon. Sad I can't make it, but that's how it works. That's how it is when work blocks out these weeks. Can't wait to see you all soon at C4L and SGDQ. Oh yeah, make Chrono's name Meta, and beware the power of Germensch. They are coming.
So coming up here is an interesting difference between the Japanese and English versions. There's the ledge to get to the observatory over here. On the English version, you can normally just grab it, but on the Japanese version, the only way to get up here is by Zora diving up here. And that's the reason I had to get Zora mask before hitting this owl. In the English version, you would actually hit the owl and then get the Zora mask. It's a little bit faster, but that's just not possible in the Japanese version. And also, diving like this is always a little bit faster than just regular swimming, so whenever I'm swimming, I'm going to be doing this. So I want to get up to those platforms right over there, right in front of me. I'm going to try to do a trick here to grab it. All right, I got it. So what I want to do is get over to the fairy fountain. And so I'm going to bomb hover. You normally need a hook shot here, but I can just bomb hover over. So the fairy fountain's up there. And the reason I want to go to the fairy fountain is all the fairy fountains in the game, in Clocktown, Woodfall, Snowhead, Great Bay, and Ikana, they're all on the same map. And because they're all on the same map, what I can do is I can get out of one fairy fountain and then bomb hover into an adjacent fairy fountain and leave through the loading zone of that fairy fountain that's still there. I don't even talk to you. So what I'm going to do is go to the Ikana fairy fountain. Alright. So I just need to go this direction and When I hit this loading zone, I will be in Ikana. And this is normally supposed to be the last area of the game you're supposed to get to. So, and I'm hitting a cell here, so I can't actually do much here right now. So I'm just hitting that out so I can come back later. And very conveniently, from Ikana, if you follow this river down, there's actually this river leads to the southern swamp, which is supposed to be the first area of the game you're supposed to go to. So it very conveniently takes me there, which is the next place I want to go. And right here I'm going to play this song a double time. There's something a bit later where I need to go to the Curiosity Shop, and the Curiosity Shop opens at 10 p.m. in Clocktown. And so I'm playing double time right now, so once I get there it'll actually be 10 p.m. or else I'll be way too early. And I also played it specifically in Southern Swamp because there are certain areas where if you play the song a double time, the night of the day or morning of the day cutscene does not happen, and that doesn't happen in Southern Swamp, so it's a little bit faster to do it there than in other places like Ikana. So I went through Woods of Mystery to find that witch, and you're supposed to find her and then talk to her sister up in this hut up here, and she gives you a red potion to save her, and I'm going to take that red potion and leave because I don't need to save her.
We have a $30 donation from Samantha Billing who says, "Loving the run so far, but how is the guy in the back able to see with that mask? Can you see through that?" For those who probably couldn't hear that, because I barely could, you can see through the black slits under the eyes and can pretty much only see the back of ZFG's head. A wonderful sight to behold.
So normally, the way you're supposed to get to the back part of the Southern Swamp is to take a boat cruise, which you're supposed to do by saving the witch in the forest, but since I didn't do that, what I could do instead is just kill that big Octa with Zora boomerangs, which you're normally not supposed to have right now. So that skips quite a bit. And in the Deku Palace, quite a bit is skipped here as well. Normally you're supposed to go through the right side of the Deku Palace, get a magic bean, plant a magic bean outside of the palace, water that magic bean, make it grow, and then cross the top of the palace. What I'm going to do instead is just bomb hover over everything. Bomb hover up here, turn to Deku. And you also notice there I switched to Zora mask and then Deku mask. The reason I did that is the first time you transform with any mask, there's a small cutscene that you can't skip. But if you transform from one transformation mask to another, you are able to skip it. So I wasn't able to skip it for Zora because I didn't have any other masks. Well, I did have Deku, but it I have to wear at least one transformation mask first, and then I can skip any other ones.
Real quick, speaking of prizes like that wonderful Majora's Mask, you do not have to specify in your donation comment for any particular prize. As long as you meet the threshold to be entered for that prize, you will be entered for it. Please put your donations toward donation incentives, like the file names for OT, Chrono Trigger, Wind Waker, or even playing GoldenEye multiplayer after the GoldenEye run later.
So this monkey was kidnapped by the Dekus because they thought he kidnapped their princess. And so you come here to talk to him, and he gives you the song that you need to open the Woodfall Temple, which I'm going to be doing very soon. and then you get caught and thrown out.
We have a $500 donation from AirKicks72, who says, "We are fundraising to save people from cancer, so we need to save the animals too. These furry little creatures taught you how to navigate the mean streets of Super Metroid, so it's the least we can do. It's amazing how high the bid war has gone for a single white pixel during one ending screen." And worth noting, that bid war alone has raised over $32,000 over the course of this marathon. So good job, guys. Keep up the good work. And let's kill the animals so we can even it out a bit.
So this is where I'm learning the Song of Soaring. This is going to allow me to warp to all the owl statues that I've hit. And this will be my method of fast travel throughout the map.
We have a $300 donation from Rabram, who says, "The German power coming. Great job, everyone, for this marathon, and thanks to the French community for being so rummel." And we have a $150 donation from Darius, who says, "I love watching you guys show off your skills. The blindfolded punch-out runs had me on the edge of my seat. Keep up the good work. But when will we see blindfolded MM and OOT?"
There we go. You donate now.
So right here, I'm gonna play the song to open up Woodfall Temple. But if I can pause on the frame after this cutscene ends, I can skip it. I missed it. But you can pause on the frame before this cutscene activates and the song is soaring away. And when you come back, the temple will be raised and you save about 20 seconds. So now I'm going to be heading to Clock Town. The next area I want to go to is Great Bay, and in Great Bay I need to collect 7 Zora eggs and to open up the Great Bay Temple. But I only have 1 bottle right now, and each Zora egg takes up a bottle. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate bottles using the Curiosity Shop guy here. So I'm going to sell my red potion. And then as I sell it, I'm going to pause and equip something else over it. And this turns whatever item I put over it into a bottle, and I get to keep my red potion. Alright, it's a 2-frame window there, so I just missed the pause there, so I have to go get a fish over here and try again.
We have a $250 donation from Richard Thomas, who says, "Thanks to the Yeti for their donations to help save the animals. I'm in the UK and I'll be staying up all night to see those animals safe. Keep up the good work, enjoying the Zelda already." If you're curious as to what he was talking about, you can find out on theyeti.com/SDA, THEYETEE.com/SDA. They have a bunch of cool shirts that coincide with the marathon, and I believe $3 from every shirt goes straight to the PCF. So go and grab one now. They look pretty cool.
So by duplicating those bottles, I now have 4 extra bottles I can use to grab the eggs. There's 3 eggs in Pinnacle Rock, which I'm going through right now, and then 4 eggs in Pirate's Fortress. So that'll allow me to take only 1 trip to both. If I hadn't duplicated the bottles, I'd either need to get more bottles, which takes quite a bit of time, or like take multiple trips to each, which is very slow. Also, the items I duped over are Deku Nuts, Deku Sticks, and Bomb Chews. And for certain items, if you dupe over them, you can never get them back. But for items with amounts like Deku Sticks, Deku Nuts, and Bomb Chews, where you can get more of them, whenever I get another stick, another nut, or another Bomb Chew, the item will come back in my inventory. So they're only gone temporarily, except Deku Nuts. I do want to not have Deku Nuts for the rest of the run, though. They are bad.
We have a $150 donation from Thomas Masonville, who just says, "Thank you for all the awesome runs." And honestly, you're welcome, Thomas. We're all happy to do it. And another $150 donation from 17 Master, who says, "Good evening. This is my first time viewing AGDQ, and I have to say, this is awesome, as well as a wonderful thing you guys are doing. Best wishes to you all and anyone out there in struggle against cancer."
What's the donation total up to?
We have actually just passed $572,000.
So right there's this very small part of the wall you can actually clip out of bounds from. And by clipping out of bounds there, it's just a faster way to get back to the beginning of Pinnacle Rock and then leave Pinnacle Rock so I can go back to the observatory. And there I also swam kind of in the out of bounds water, or like the murky water. And that's just a little bit faster way to get back to the observatory. So I'm going to deposit these eggs and then head off to Pirate's Fortress.
We have a $120 donation from Sorkar, who says, "My mother died after battling cancer for 2 years when I was 15. The Legend of Zelda series got me and my dad through a lot of hard times and probably a lot more people put in the world. So it is amazing to see you play them for this great cause. Love what you guys are doing." We have a couple of $100 donations, one of which is from Radisong, who says, "Lost my grandmother a few years ago to breast cancer. Hopefully we can stop losing loved ones to cancer one day. Reader's choice to what it goes towards." And another one from Sean Coughlin, who says, "Here's hoping that thanks to people like you, all I'll stop having to shave my head for are friends and family that are going through chemo. Thanks for everything and keep up the good work."
So normally what you're supposed to do in Pirate's Fortress is there's a switch up here you're supposed to hit with the Goron mask, and I'm not going to get the Goron mask at all. It's the switch right up here. And that opens up the way to the sewers, and you're supposed to take the sewers up to the main area of Pirate's Fortress, but I'm just going to hover over because hovering can do quite a lot in this game.
Hovering is pretty much the solution to every problem there is.
Yeah, pretty much.
If only real life were so easy. We just got a $100 donation from Demon9.
Yo.
Ooh, indeed.
I love you, Demon.
Who says, been watching this year's AGDQ for so many hours and I'm really happy when I see how successful it's been this year. It's amazing how popular the whole speedrunning scene has become and how it can help for such a great cause. Best of luck with your run, ZFG. Don't get some random VC crashes now.
I actually got a crash during practice earlier today, so I'm hoping that's not going to happen. So what I just did there is, during night in Pirate's Fortress, the guards can't actually see you very well. Actually, it's Japanese only. Oh my god, please don't fail this. Okay.
Oh my god.
So I can get up here and then shoot this beehive with a deku bubble. What you're normally supposed to do is go through an upper door and shoot it with a bow, which I don't have yet. And there's also, you can either shoot it with a bow and skip a cutscene, or view a cutscene and still hit it with a deku bubble. And both of those are pretty slow options, so this saves quite a bit of time by being able to get it just like that. And in this chest is the hook shot, which is a really cool item. So there are a few pirate fights you have to do in Pirate's Fortress normally to get the eggs. You can actually skip quite a few of them by doing things like this. There's an entrance and an exit to the areas with the tanks that have the eggs, and you can usually fairly easily get to the back exit and just skip the pirate fight completely.
We have a $20 donation from ZFG's family. Hey ZFG, we just wanted to say we love you and good luck on the runs. Frank or Z, ZFG's family. Oh yeah, also, don't die to Majora.
I'll try not to.
Do it for your family.
In this tank, it's actually kind of annoying to catch that egg because only in the Japanese version can you catch the fish in that tank. And it's really annoying when you try to catch the fish and try to catch the eggs. It just wastes like 15 seconds. And you can also skip this last pirate fight here by hovering over this building, but it requires a few explosives, and I don't really have the amount of bombs or bomb shoes needed to really make it faster. So it's faster to just fight this pirate.
Pheenoh,
Yeah.
what would you like your donations?
Let's kill the animals. Every single one of us.
We have a $50 donation from Ize, who says, hello and happy birthday, ZFG. Early cancer detection saved my grandma from breast cancer. I want to celebrate with a little poem I wrote. His name is ZFG, and he looks so good. He's always got a chat filled with nice people supporting him. We can clap for that, guys. It's fine. Go ahead.
So I'm going to deposit the last 4 eggs in this tank, and then the eggs will hatch and teach me the New Wave Bossa Nova, which is the song I need to get into Great Bay Temple.
We have a $50 donation from Runnerguy, who says, "Greetings from the tech station. Shout out to all the awesome TL people from General. Save the frames, kill the animals." Now nothing can stand in ZFG's way.
Here where, all right, if you pause right after bringing out the ocarina, you actually get the song before the cutscene starts, so you can warp away and just get the song early. And those who don't know, this is a spoon. There's a ongoing joke that I use a spoon to mash. In Majora's Mask 100%, there's actually one part where I do use a spoon to mash some buttons because it actually is a good strat that works. And it really works.
Okay.
And it's good, but unfortunately it's really only useful in 100%. But people make fun of me for doing it anyway.
Well, next year we could always have the donation for 7%.
There's going to be another cutscene skips coming up here. When I play the New Wave Bossa Nova, I am going to have 1 frame to pause after the cutscene, and I'm going to try to side hop into Zora's Hall. If I can play the song. Songs are hard. Alright, I missed it.
Where's Amy?
Yeah, ZFG mentioned that's a 1-frame trick, so that's a really hard one to get. The one he had just skipped previously was actually a 2-frame window, so that one's a little bit easier.
Unfortunately, this cutscene is actually kind of long. The cutscene skip saves about a minute.
We have a $50 donation from Dorian HLA. Block D here, donating another 50 shekels, hoping this time my comment will get read. I lost my Oppa to pancreatic cancer, and it all happened too fast, in a span of 3 years, mirroring my favorite Zelda's 3 days. Question, if the Song of Healing cured cancer, could you become cancer? It'd be the first mask I'd trade away at the moon. We have another $50 donation from Lisick, who says, my father survived pancreatic cancer 2 years ago, and he's still going strong. The fact that I'm able to celebrate his living through playing video games is certainly awesome. Here's the first of a few donations. Gotta get on them Zelda prizes. Also, since it's more about saving lives than going fast, might as well save the animals too. We have a $372 donation from Japas. He left a nice little ad for us saying, wanted, guitar player, Zora preferred, must be willing to move to Great Bay, must be capable of playing a fishbone guitar, must be capable of retrieving Zora eggs from pirates and eels. Thanks a lot, Japas.
What? So in Great Bay Temple, there's a really neat trick where you can flip into this corner. You can flip into this corner and have a bomb push you out, or into out of bounds. Then go over here, pull out a bomb, and do a trick called recoil flip, where you backflip, shield a bomb explosion, and by doing that, you can get to the boss room really early because the boss loading zone is always loaded no matter where you are in the temple. So just by getting out of bounds and doing that trick, I can go straight to the boss.
We have a quick $200 donation from Feynman who says, thanks for everyone's hard work for this event. It's going to a great cause. I lost my father in November after a 10-month battle with colon cancer. I would not wish the experience on anyone else. Here's to better early detection methods and hopefully to cures. Sorry about the oncoming Bible thump storm in chat.
So for this boss, there's a pretty easy strategy to do. It's by getting him up against a wall of the center platform. He'll basically be stuck in front of the platform when he tries to get up, and you can just do this. There's actually another difference in the Japanese and English versions, mainly with Zora swimming. Zora swimming in the English version is very controllable. You have a lot of, it just is more, the control is much better in the English version than the Japanese version, because in the Japanese version, it's very much harder to turn in the Japanese version, and also for the blue electric shield attack, that attack can only be used if you're going at full speed or if you're on the ground shielded. So if you're not like complete at full speed, it's a lot harder to do. So on the English version, you can actually just get him up against the wall and just float up and down right in front of him using the shield. But in the Japanese version, you actually have to make sure you don't swim directly past him. And so this is the only heart container I get throughout the run. So for the first Giant's Mask, the first Giant's Remains you get the Oath to Order, which is the song you need to go to the moon. For the next 3 Giants that I'm going to save for the other 3 dungeons, I'm going to do a cutscene skip for it. And if you do the cutscene skip for the first Remains you can never get the Oath to Order. And that's obviously pretty bad because that means you can never beat the game, which is why I have to watch this cutscene. But for the other cutscene skips I'm going to be doing later, getting the heart container actually makes the glitch not work, so I actually have to skip the rest of the 3. So that one I just got is just for a bit of safety in Stone Tower in the Majora fight. Songs are hard.
One other thing to note, that was actually the third temple that ZFG just beat, but the background here kind of is still showing the green foresty of like, as though he had beaten the first temple. It doesn't really matter what order you beat them in. The color background shows it in the order that they were intended to be in.
Yeah, because even in normal gameplay without glitches, you're still able to beat the dungeon in any order you want. You would have to enter a dungeon, get the item, and leave, and then go to the next dungeon. But it is completely possible to beat the dungeons in any order through intended gameplay, which is why the cutscenes act properly like this.
We coincidentally have a $100 donation from Mist Master, who says, "This is the third GDQ I've seen, and they just keep getting better every year. Thank you for hosting such an amazing marathon and fighting the battle against cancer. Good luck to ZFG, Molotov, and all the other upcoming runners. Stay fast and don't mess up any more songs, ZFG."
So now I'm going to head to Woodfall. This is normally supposed to be the first dungeon. So I have a few items that I am not normally supposed to have at this point, which will help me speed it up a bit. Mainly the hookshot. Hookshot's going to speed up this room and the next. You're normally supposed to fly through this room with the Deku flowers, but you can just hookshot this torch and not get hit. And then in this next room, you can also hookshot this torch here. And this allows me to get to the mini boss early. So what I just did there was called a power crouch stab. When you do a sword attack and then do a crouch stab, which is when you just hold R and then Z, or R and then B, it does the damage of your last attack. So what I did is I did a jump slash, which has a power of 2, and then by doing a power crouch stab, I can just use that power a lot faster. I'm going to be using that a lot more when I use Deku Sticks later on. Because I can use Deku Stick Jump Slash, which has a power of 4 on a few enemies. And by being able to do that much damage, as well as not having to use a stick every time, allows me to kill a lot of stuff fast. And what I'm doing right here is Song of Time storage. By hovering out of bounds and then playing the ocarina, I can play Song of Time, and I void out before the Song of Time text comes up, where it asks me if I want to save and go back to the first day. So the game still knows that I need to have that Song of Time text come up. It needs to ask me if I want to go save. And what it's going to do is it's going to activate the next time I bring up any text box. So in the fight, in the boss fight, I'm going to bring up that text box, and I'm going to use it for a cutscene skip. And what I'm doing right now is the boss key skip for this temple. By hovering very far out of bounds, I can get to the boss loading zone, skip the rest of the dungeon. So now that the boss is dead, and this text box right here is the Song of Time text box asking me if I want to save. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say yes as soon as I grab the remains, and then I'm going to reset. And what that will do is allow me to skip the cutscene. So now I'm going to be back at the first day, and I need to get some bombs and bomb shoes again because of how important they are. So I'm going to go to West Clock Town and grab a 100 rupee chest there and go buy some. And I can get a lot faster with Zora because of this trick called the gainer. I think I explained it earlier near the beginning of the run, where I do a forward backflip against the wall, and that allows me to grab higher ledges. And to do a forward backflip, what I do is I get up against the wall, backflip and let go of Z on the same frame, and then on the next frame I press Z again. So it makes you stick up against the wall and you can grab stuff. So right now I have 99 rupees, and I need to buy 10 bombs and 20 chews. Bombs cost 30 rupees, and bomb chews cost 40 rupees, which adds up to 110. So what I'm going to do is mash, and if you mash fast enough, you can buy a second set of bomb chews before your rupee count goes below 40. So I can actually buy 110 rupees worth of bombs and bomb shoes for 99 rupees. So if you remember the Fairy Fountain Warp I did earlier back in the run, earlier in the run, I'm going to be doing it again. This time I'm going to go from Woodfall to Snowhead by using this Fairy Fountain over here. So once I come out of Snowhead here, there's going to be this huge gust of wind that immediately tries to push me off the ledge. And so what I can do is continuously slash my sword to try to not fall off the ledge, and then get the infinite sword glitch to allow me to not fall off permanently until the glitch gets deactivated, which hopefully doesn't happen at all. And this wind is really strong, but it always pushes you towards the forward part of Snowhead, and I want to get to the back. So I'm going to try to do a super slide.
We have an anonymous donation of $50 that just says, "This donation goes to Ponytar from the MLG community. He passed away from pancreatic cancer just over 3 years ago. Majora's Mask was one of his favorite games. He even modded the moon into a Halo 1 map he made. We miss you, buddy."
So that was a good super slide, and I got to the back. Now I have to climb the ramp. And there's going to be some snowballs coming at me that I need to avoid. They're generally not too much of a problem, but occasionally something bad can happen.
earlier ZFG actually threw a bomb as soon as he got the ISG at the bottom, and it blew up one of the boulders. Once you blow up one of them, they do not respawn. So the one he blew up is usually the one that comes at the top here. So now he doesn't have to worry about that one.
And that one's usually the more dangerous one.
All right, so now it's Snowhead. So you're obviously supposed to be in here with Goron Mask, and I don't have Goron Mask, so I'm going to be doing a lot of tricks to try to skip that. First, right there, you're supposed to push that block with either Goron or Zora, but I can just flip out of bounds like that, and ooh, that's a lot. That's a good bomb count. So you're normally supposed to go through this door on the left. I'm going to go up the stairs and do a glitch called Weird Shot. What I'm going to do is I'm going to set a bomb down, roll at a specific time, and then do some specific controller inputs and press hookshot. This is going to be bad. And I'm going to get some glitchy animations. And this allows me to use the hookshot out of bounds, and I can use it to hookshot this chest early, and I can use this to get to the second floor early. And then for these ramps, you're supposed to normally go off them as Goron, but I can just long jump like this. Actually, that's another thing I forgot to explain. You can do your speed when you jump off a ledge is based off of your speed before you jump off the ledge. And when you get hit by any damage, it actually sends you at a very high speed for a very short amount of time. But if you get that damage right before you jump off the ledge, you can keep that during your jump, which allows you to get really big jumps. So I'm getting the infinite sword glitch here. As I mentioned earlier, by doing power crouch stab, it allows me to get a lot of really powerful attacks without having to like break my deck stick here. And that allows me to kill the mini-boss there really quickly. There's actually supposed to be 2 phases to that mini-boss. In the second phase, he's supposed to appear on that corner panel, I guess, and start a cutscene where he runs out around the room and then creates clones. But you can skip that by attacking him, I think it's like 1 frame before the cutscene starts. And because I have infinite sword glitch, which is essentially swinging every frame, it allows me to always get that cutscene skip. So now I'm going to hover to the top of Snowhead. Now that I'm at the top, I'm going to fall to the bottom to clip out of bounds. This is another way to get infinite sword glitch from damage. The ice to the side actually hit my shield, and I was able to go into C up and get ISG off of that. So just like I did in Woodfall Temple, that was another Song of Time storage, and that's what I'm going to use to skip the cutscene of the goat giant. And just like the last 2 dungeons, I can skip the boss key, this time by doing a recoil flip in the corner and jumping through the boss door. So for this boss, you're normally supposed to be Goron, and you roll around this really big arena, and you try to hit him with the Goron spikes. But I don't have Goron now, so what I'm going to do is just stand here and shoot arrows. Oh my god. I knew this was going to happen. Okay, it wasn't that bad. So there are random rocks that fall from the ceiling, and occasionally one will fall right in your path and block your arrow shots. The way that fight was supposed to go is he starts charging at me right as I shoot the last arrow, so that he actually dies right next to me, which would be really convenient because I wouldn't have to run halfway across the room, which is really big and very slow to cross when you don't have Goron Mask. But
You also can't roll at any point because he has this longer time text up.
yeah, if I press A at any point, I won't be able to do the cutscene skip anymore, which is why I have to backwalk through. Backwalking is faster anyway, but yeah. So now the only dungeon I have left is Stone Tower.
We have a quick $50 donation from Maddie who says, "Thank you all for supporting this amazing cause. Second time watching, first time donating. Keep up the good work and use the spoon to get through." We have an anonymous $50 donation. "Thank you to everyone for the entertainment this last week. My girlfriend lost her mom only a year ago to breast cancer, and early detection could have easily helped her be here today. Love you, Amy. Here's to helping people and saving the animals."
So just like before Snowhead, I just need to get some rupees and then buy bombs and bomb shoots and I can head off to Stone Tower.
We have an anonymous $259 donation. It says, "Never played Majora's Mask, but who cares? Love watching these runs. It's for an excellent cause. By the way, blindfolded Mike Tyson was the single greatest thing I have ever witnessed on the internet. Keep up the great work."
Runnerguy, we got $10 and you can give us your best impersonation.
I didn't bring my costume.
You can still do the kiosk.
There we go, let's go. Also, ZFG, if you were to not donate for something involving animals, what would you donate?
Normal suit in Metroid Prime.
We have an anonymous $50 donation who says, "Hey guys, it's brilliant to see you guys do this again. I'd just like to say that I love Indextic's Pheenoh. HTQ hype." I love your Pheenoh too, Indextic.
So what those were mega flips. When you are hovering and you drop a bomb at a certain time and backflip as soon as the bomb explodes, you can get a really huge backflip. It's similar to a recoil flip I did in Great Bay Temple, but out of a roll. And during hover, you can usually use that to gain a lot more distance from just a few explosives. But I wasn't counting. Okay. Yeah, there's a lot of lag when you do a lot of hovers like that. But mega flips are actually a bit slower than usually. They They're about the same distance as 3 bomb chews, but they're a bit slower. So generally, you only want to do mega flips if you want to save bombs. I'm not too interested in saving too many bomb chews right now. And come up here is a glitch called time stop. What I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this fairy and get on the switch. And I'm going to hold Z and then press R and then the fairy button. And this stops time and also prevents cutscenes from activating. So I was able to get back on the block without the cutscene of it going back. And then I could cross the gap really easily. And also, just to give you an idea of what I just skipped, the normal way to get up Stone Tower is to use the Elegy of Emptiness, which is a song that puts statues on switches, and you hit a lot of switches to climb up. And to get the Elegy of Emptiness, you need the Mirror Shield, and to get the Mirror Shield, you need to go through Beneath the Well, and to get through Beneath the Well, you need the Gibdo Mask, and to get the Gibdo Mask, you need the Song of Storms, and to get the Song of Storms, you need the Captain's Hat, and you get the Captain's Hat in the Icona Graveyard, which is not close to anywhere I ever go in this run, so it's a huge time saver. And there's supposed to be a clip through this wall. If you place a bomb in a very specific spot, you can boost through this wall and clip through this sunblock. There we go.
That's actually a pretty new trick.
Yeah, one of the most recent tricks discovered in this game, actually.
As new as tricks get in this game.
Yeah. The normal way you're supposed to go in Stone Tower is you actually go through the left room from the entrance, and you do a lot of stuff over there that I just skipped.
We have a $30 donation from Barnacle Bill, who says, I'd love to watch the Majora's Mask run, but the guy wearing the mask at the audience so nonchalantly just makes me giggle every time I look at him.
I'm doing another weird shot here to skip more sunblocks here. You normally need the Mirror Shield to get rid of those. There's also another way to just hover over them, but that's obviously slower. I don't think I'll need any more bombs. I'm gonna do another one here. This one's actually a bit weirder than most weird shots. Actually, so if you get a specific frame for the weird shot, you actually get this thing. You get this thing where you're actually aiming like in a circle, so that when you press left and right, you're not aiming left or right, you're actually moving to the left or to the right in a circular motion, which is really strange. And it allowed me to actually shoot directly through that wall. And I use fire arrows on Gara Master here. They do extra damage. So I can kill them really fast.
Going back to the weird shots, there's actually like a bunch of really different weird shots that you can get, but there's only 2 that are really useful. Like you can get ones that shoot you up in the air, ones that have you completely upside down. They're bizarre.
And another thing to note about weird shots is the extra kinds of weird shots when Indextic was talking about. Some of them are only on the Japanese version, because in the English version, if you try a weird shot for more than I think 3 frames, the game just crashes. And the game can still crash in Japanese. It's much rarer though, but the English version is very prone to crashing if you do weird shots and just mess it up slightly. And I hope I didn't jinx myself there. All right. So I shot that. You're supposed to shoot that emblem with a light arrow to invert the tower. You're normally supposed to move a block with the Elegy of Emptiness, and then shoot that block, or shoot the emblems on the forward side, but I could just do a weird shot and shoot it from behind. Actually, it's not that bad because I actually just remembered I need to store a Song of Time here. Come on. This Song of Time storage is actually a bit more difficult because you have less time to do it, so. Alright, there we go. So that that stored the Song of Time for the Twin Mold fight. I'm going to activate that during the fight, and that's going to be used for another cutscene skip. And also, because of that Song of Time storage, because of how fast it happened, a lot of the audio is now very quiet, but some sound effects aren't, and it creates a weird mix of audio issues.
So just a quick update on the Super Metroid Kill versus Save the Animals, which, mind you, is a run coming up in just a couple hours now. Kill is currently in the lead with $17,985, and right behind it is Save at $17,954.
Oh my god.
A $31 difference. So get your donations in, guys, if you really want to see those animals saved, or if you want to utterly crush Save, donate for Kill.
So that that just appeared as the Giant's Mask, which you're normally supposed to use on the boss. I'm not going to get it because, first of all, it's slow. Second of all, actually no, second of all, it doesn't matter with the version I'm doing. So I'm going to do another boss key skip here. I'm going to headshot this chest and try the hover. And let's flash onto the chest.
So this glitch actually exists in the English version too, and it's actually a little bit easier because you can just shield damage up by the chest and it'll pop you up. But in the Japanese version, you have to slash your sword to get up there, so it's a little bit more difficult.
Alright, and this should get me past the boss door. And from here I can go to Twin Mold. So the way the Twin Mold fight works is each of the Twin Molds have 20 HP total. And I'm going to use arrows for this fight because I don't have the Giant's Mask because it's just slow and bad. So fire arrows and ice arrows do triple damage to the Twin Mold of the opposite color. So I'm going to be using fire arrows on the blue one. Unfortunately, I don't have ice arrows, so I can't use that on the red one. But I can use light arrows, which do 4 damage on both of them. And then regular arrows do 2. Oh my god. That's one down.
Just a quick reminder, we have a lot of people asking about the Majora's Mask you can see right behind the couch. As long as you donate $30 or more, whether in one donation or multiple, before the end of the Zelda block, which is right after Ocarina of Time after this, in about maybe 2.5 hours, you will be entered to win this, and it will be drawn later in the marathon.
now I'm just gonna save once I get the remains again, and I'll be back at Clock Town. What's my time right now?
1:30, 1:42.
All right. So now the only thing I need to do at this point is go up the clock tower. So I have two options. I can either wait until midnight of the third day, which is way too long, or I can hover in. So please. Ranker Z screwing up my run. So I'm going to head out to Termina Field and grab some bombs. I'm also going to grab a Deku Stick, which is going to be really, allow me to do a lot of damage to Majora really fast. So getting those bombs is completely luck from the grass. Sometimes you can get really unlucky and you don't get any bombs for a long time. You can lose a lot of time there, but thankfully I got it pretty early. So now I'm going to go up to Clock Tower and head off to Majora. But before I go up there, I want to show off one quick glitch with this doggy. All right, so besides just being able to fly, he actually will help me get up to the clock tower. I'm going to use him to turn around during my hover.
We have a couple of $50 donations. Tonix donated $50 and says, "There's way too little hype for Franker ZFG. The crowd should be clapping way more often since it is his birthday today. Shoutouts from Germany for Zelda speedruns." And another from Molotov, not to be confused with Molotov. Second donation, one question. ZFG, are you always the big spoon or are you sometimes the little spoon?
Just a regular sized spoon. So now I just play Oath to Order in it. This cutscene with giants stopping the moon plays, and this is like a 4 or 5 minute cutscene, so lots of time for donations or plugging anything.
I'd like to plug Kita and glitches and stuff. They found the majority of the glitches in this game and setups and kind of made it like what the speedrun it is today.
One thing also to note about how ZFG used the dog to change his direction hovering. There's been a lot of hovering in the game where once you're kind of in midair, your camera locks and you can really only go, backflips or side hops in that direction. But if you can interact with a targetable object, it kind of releases your Z-lock and you can rotate kind of freely to pick a new angle. So that's what he did there with the dog. He, started his hover going backwards, targeted it, and then changed direction.
Hey, Dick, are you gonna do the thing? The donation thing? Well, do you wait to see? Okay.
We have a $500 donation from Cruiseburger. So, a charity for preventing people from dying, and you heartless monsters want to kill the animals. How can you look into those eyes and deny them their freedom? If we don't save them, then we are just as vile as Mother Brain. Save them for glory and honor. We have a $100 donation from Accept86 who says, "Is that Molotov wearing Majora's mask? Greetings to Molotov and Bananas and everyone else. You should reveal your identity." It's actually a ZFG under that mask. We have a $60 donation from Pantsless Joe, who says, "As a childhood cancer survivor, I can't begin to describe how great this whole entire thing is, and for such a great cause. Keep up the great work, guys." We have a couple of anonymous $50 donations. "Salutations all. My mother has survived through breast cancer and my father has dealt with 2 separate bouts with cancer before he passed away last year in October. Glad to donate to the cause. Keep up the awesome work." And another that says, "Hey everyone, great runs. I found AGDQ about 6 months ago and have been hooked ever since. My dad is currently battling skin cancer, so I really appreciate the cause you're doing this for. Good luck and save those animals." There's another $50 donation from Hisho that reads, "This is my favorite time watching AGDQ, and I have to say thanks for making my drop-in work productivity this week actually meaningful. I lost my grandfather to intestinal cancer a few years ago, so I hope my donation will help prevent others from experiencing such a loss."
Alright, so here's the final boss fight, Majora.
We have a quick $51 donation from Winter who says, "Great cause and so many great people involved. ZFG is my favorite runner, and if he could blow us all a kiss, it would be amazing."
Legendary ZFG!
Hearts are melting around the world.
Alright, so for the first phase, I'm mainly going to be using light arrows. They're the strongest item I can use against Majora. Fire arrows are actually the same damage, but cost less magic. But the reason I don't use them is for the final phase of Majora, I don't really care about my magic here because on the final phase, if you use light arrows on Majora's Wrath, Wrath will never dodge, and that applies even if you have no magic. Oh my god, please no. Oh no. I just have to run around until this stops. if you just miss like once during the second part of this phase, you are going to lose time. So I did a Deku Stick Jump Slash there to store my power crouch stab for the next phase. I'm going to be using that against Majora's Incarnation to do a lot of damage really fast.
Shoutouts to Majongo.
Nice.
Time is coming up, by the way. Time.
Nice.
All right.
Nice.
That's really good.
Happy birthday.
Before I'm completely done, I want to do one more thing. This is the traditional end to any Majora's Mask thing.
What could it be?
So I mentioned earlier, when doing a weird shot, the glitch where I glitch under the ground and hook shot, you can sometimes crash the game. You can also do it like this. Yeah! If you just roll into any damage and hold very slightly to the right or left, this can happen. So, yeah.
It's a beautiful noise.
Rip headphone users.
The game just
Beautiful
can't
noise,
handle
so
Link's
enjoy
shuffling position with any speed.
So we can get ready for Ocarina of Time now.
All right.
Yeah, it's cool. I'll wear two of them.
Two. I think we have enough mics. I think we have enough mics, I think. I'm probably going to end up having to get mine up.
Yeah, I think we were gonna go. The
I'm
racers,
probably not going
me
to
and Cosmo, and then if you want to talk, you could just like, yeah, just slide down.
Just go here.
Yeah.
Stepping on shit.
Here, this one ends up being Molotovs.
What? Are you on this?
Oh, you're gonna announce it?
Yeah, because like
I'm sitting there actually.
I'm at SRG, right? Yes, I mean, just get ready.